Good day, dear humans. Good day, dear friends. It's a very chilling subject today. Did you ever in your life try to rationalize something? Did you try to rationalize your very evil actions towards another human being by or through money, or by examples of others, how others could hurt other humans because they are paid, or they are better, or they are, let's say, more worthy than the other? Did you notice when you rationalize yourself and your actions, you're actually doing nothing else but new, so-called, technology of the science called quantum physics? Yes, you're quantifying your evil deeds. Scientists invented the most terrible weapons through the quantum mechanics. You have a quantum computers. You have a quantum physicists who managed to split the atom and created destructive energy of the soul. So, today's title goes like this: Quantum Physics, where evil become legitimate. Again, the quantum law that was invented by the British Roman Admiralty law, allowing us to be on the land but behave that we are on the land, on the water. So we are land creatures who have been judged by the water law. To me, quantum law no matter what, like 101. Quantum physics or quantum particles are the ones who can be in two different states at the same time in the same place. Meaning 1 and 0 can be here in front of you, same particle, on both, let's say, flip sides of the coins. So both sides of the coins represented at the same time in one space. This is how they justified quantum development or quantum physics delusion, that allowing us to be evil and pretend this is very legal. It's allowing us to be better than others at the same time by laws creating that slavery is mandatory. So this key statement of the quantum anything, physics, law, mechanics, quantum computerized techniques, are allowing us to be evil with a very vague description of this is allowed. And this is even by law. Nature law in the quotes. Well, it's a synthetic type of nature because it's using synthetic physics. I call it quantum physics. If you dissect quant and physics, like physics, it's actually quantifying or allowing us to count the acidity of these behaviors no matter what. So we can be no matter what, and allowing us to be and do to others no matter what. And we'll always be right because we can choose to be good or evil at the same time. This is where I really cannot comprehend any of the people who are relativizing anything. Theory of relativity. theory of relativity is rationalizing evil. That we can just put a board and say, this is not evil, and everything from this point is very evil. But what if I take this board and by my rationalizing that everything goes here? So here is not evil, everything from this point is very evil. But what if I'm very tricky and I push all this way back outside of anybody's view or purview? Now saying, whatever I say, it's absolutely evil. Because I'm allowed to move this relative point of truth whenever I want, depending what I do, how smart I am, so how many people I can trick, starting with everybody around these so-called frigging scientists who invented this quantum physics wording. And our poor Einsteins and Schopenhauers of the previous generations of so-called quantum physicists, now quantum astronomers, are in the same crappy garbage bin as Einsteins and Oppenheimers. Why? Because they're doing a relativity towards anything. So it's absolutely okay from their perspective to make an atomic bomb, to split the atom, to create the wormholes, to in CERN trying to pretend that they're searching for the God particle, but actually are destroying a true God particles. They are walking here on Earth, humans, with a tremendous negative approach towards us as a humanity. And even forcing us to understand that we are the ones who ask for it. They want to open the portal for us. They want to teach us how to obtain the God particle somewhere from another parallel universe. This is where we really get stuck with multiple parallel universes, with multidimensional existence of us, let's say human, on multiple planets. Some are flat, some are round, some are square. It doesn't matter. So we are allowing to be on one parallel universe or parallel planet, good or neutral, and on another one we can be very evil at the same time. The difference is only in a bit of frequency that we vibrate at the same time. So these parallel realities are nothing else but a fiction of the quantum physicists. Yet we have been tricked, and we are allowing to behave erratically and psychotically like every one of these scientists and doctors and professors and all the others who are teaching that this is actually a new physics. It's not. This is just a very sour view of the natural laws. Sour in the sense that pH in physics represents the factor of sourness, or very acid approach to our existence. So it's almost like we can justify any evil that we do to others and to nature and to God by being relative. To what? Relative to our view of where we want to stand. There is no relativity in God's nature. There's no relativity in evil behavior. There's no relativity in having a discussion with so-called quantum physicists who can absolutely prove to you technologically that the atom can be in multiple states at the same time. It's not 1 or 0, it's 1 here and 0 here, and they are occupying the same space. And now they bring a layer of time, then you're absolutely losing your mind because you're realizing that time is another construct of quantum physics. how to really overcome this, I have to have some of these creatures start talking to me and start really discussing openly what and how they are doing these things, for what reasons, why they are rationalizing anything, why they are rationalizing creation of the atomic bomb. And even now in 2017 we still try to struggle with a sane decision. Do we really continue using these atomic bombs as a weapons of negotiations with another potential, a new atomic bomb owners, in this case North Korea or whoever, Iran or whoever they pick, they have to chase from this planet. Yet not even allowing us to discuss this openly. And people like me, people like Denise, people like Trump will be able to openly talk about this in the face of all the nations who are touching these kind of atomic energy. Nuclear power stations, the most disgusting display of human ignorance, where quantum physics justifying producing a couple of kilowatts of electrical energy by blowing up and poisoning the rest of the planet. To me, justification 101. Just go and listen to some of these scientists who so-called invented these power plants on atomic energy. I just tell you two words: Nikola Tesla. Find the link below. You'll see what he did and how much he actually contributed already. But they twisted it and they call it, the only thing they're mentioning is he invented a death ray. Not true. He invented a defensive and protective ray that will destroy any of these freaking atomic bombs and missiles that are flying around if they come to your land. And he allowed that his protocols or his patents go to hands of every single fucking nation in the world. Chinese, Russians, Serbians, Yugoslavians, English, Italians, they all have it. Romanians, Iranians, they all have this technology. Yet you, as a so-called relative human who lives in this so-called relativity world, you never taught these lessons. So electricity, you think your best solution is atomic bombs or atomic nuclear plants, which to me it's the same. So how do we escape this alternate universes, our parallel existences, where we can be a good or evil or good, bad and ugly, all at the same time? And we cannot escape it until you start realizing that this quantum physics was a trick, just to keep you away from Prime Creator. Because you never allowed that this Prime Creator energy is here for us to absolutely grow, not to kill each other, not to justify evil as a way of existence. You cannot justify it. Evil is evil. Bad deeds are bad deeds, no matter what kind of laws you put and wrap them around. So, do you want to live in a quantum physics world, or where the quantum computers are teaching you how to raise and feed your little baby on your plastic boobies? I don't think so. I mean, I hope not so, because this is going to happen if you continue this way. If you continue rationalizing every single so-called information that you receive, and especially if you receive it through the legal means or through the contracts that have been placed in your path, no matter where you turn. And when you realize that you don't want to sign these quantum contracts, then and only then you'll start becoming more free. And then you'll start becoming more in the present moment, where quantum physics doesn't work. In the present moment only you can be good and you can realize what bad things you've done. So you don't do them, You don't not do them in the next moment of now. So start really understanding what quantum physics means and where it was leading us. Leading us in self-destruction by allowing us to be bad and ugly and good all at the same time.